time no see. I know long time no video is more like it, but I'm back for now. Today I'm doing a quick over. Girl, what? I'm doing a flip over quick weave. Do not mind the sound of my voice. I just got over being sick, so I sound like a little boy. I started my quick weave off with 4 braids straight to the back. They don't need to be perfect. You could even throw your hair in a bun. I've done it that way too. Super easy, super quick. I put on my caps that came with the hair. Before y'all ask, this hair is from Amazon. Some random vendor on Amazon. If I can find it, I'll link it below because I low-key recorded this video a little while ago. I'm not even gonna lie. The wig caps were off in color. They were not the color that was on the box, so I was confused, but I put them on. It is what it is. I want to say it came with 2 wig caps. They sent the comb and they sent like some eyelashes, like the strips, but I don't wear those. So, the Amazon vendor is where I got the bundles. This hair is a 20 inch, an 18 inch, and a 22 inch. I think, yeah, it was the 18, 20, 22. I used all 3 bundles, and for parting, what I did was I parted out the front of my hair. You don't want to leave out too much hair, otherwise it's not going to blend. Like, it's just not going to blend. It is what it is. So I parted out about 1 inch, and in the top of my hairline, I go a little bit further back just because that's a tension point for me. So I don't like applying tracks, glue, or sewn in right there. So that's why my part is so far back. And so here you see me just pushing the cap back. I'm getting ready to put on my liquid cap just so I can go ahead and get my hair all protected and ready to go. And I'm not going to talk through this whole video, y'all. I'm not going to lie because my voice is so cringy to listen to right now. But I did just want to say that I switched up the liquid cap I was using for this particular install. I didn't have the dark one, so I went with the clear one. The only noticeable difference to me is that the clear one dries so much faster than the dark one. And it spreads more. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like you get more bang for your buck in a way. Like, y'all know that dark liquid cap, the big bottle is like $20 now. I don't know if it's the tariffs, I don't know what, but I remember when I first started doing quick weaves, that bottle was $4.99. This little bottle right here, $4.99. So I got the clear one. It worked just fine to me. It works the same. Like, I didn't have any damage when I took it down, and I have already taken this down because, like I said, this video is a little bit older. But yeah, y'all, I'll jump back on when there's anything more to say. Until then, enjoy the video, and thank you for watching. Jumping back on here briefly just to add that I know I put on 2 caps, but I put the second cap on after I did the like melting wrap because I seen this girl's video where she did that and she said that her quick weave did not itch. I'm here to report to you that she lied. She's an absolute liar. The quick weave still itched, so it didn't make a difference. However, I will say that it was a little bit more secure in my opinion. I was living in Texas and guys, it's hot down there. And my quick weave did not sweat off, like, at all. I was pregnant when I filmed this video and everything, and that quick weave did not move. So I will say maybe that's the benefit of that. But the whole not itching thing, if y'all saw that video, a lie and a half. My quick weave still itch. Maybe it's me. I don't know. I ain't gonna call her a liar. I take that back. But it itched. That's the whole point of that. But after I put on that second cap, I put the Got To Be spray on it just to hold it down because I wasn't about to go in with a whole nother like session of that wrap and wait for it to dry. I'm impatient. I wasn't about to do that. I did co-wash my bundles. I just co-washed with conditioner and water because I really wanted them to like air dry and give me like that fluffy, soft like look. So I left a little bit of the conditioner on the hair and it did pretty well. So here I'm just starting my quick weave. I think this is pretty self-explanatory at this point. There's so many videos out there, but if you don't know, you basically just take the track, measure it where you want it to go, cut it in that place, apply the glue to the weft directly, just like anything else, and then you place it. After you place it, you want to hit it with the blow dryer for all of 20 seconds. Not even that long. It honestly just doesn't take that long. That glue is going to dry fast. I know sometimes you see people when they place their tracks, they'll spray like the Got To Be glue spray on the track, and that's just to give it an extra like layer of security. You don't have to do that. I do that sometimes to like my anchor tracks, which is what this track is, like that first back piece, and then around the sides. Completely up to you though. You don't have to. It's, optional, voluntary. And then you're just going to follow that same method going all the way up to the top. And when you get to the top, that's when the pattern's going to change. So I'll jump back on when that happens, because a flip over quick weave is determined by the top of how you do the quick weave. Like, that's what makes it a flip over. But for the back and the middle, it's all the same. So I'll jump back on when that part pops up. Popping back in again to show you guys, or rather just highlight that I'm not exactly laying my tracks straight across. I'm making a slight U. It's not a hard U, it's not a V. I'm just slightly curving the tracks around my edges, and I'm doing that so that they'll blend seamlessly when I flip my hair and my leave out back over it. That's the only reason I'm doing that. It's just a slight curve. I don't bring mine all the way up like to cover my eye, because I don't like it like that. Like, I don't really want it in my face. I want it more so like big and like to the side. You'll see what I mean as I lay more tracks, but just note that I'm doing that slight curve on my edges. So I cut the cap because I couldn't see. I'm not gonna lie, it was tight, it was hurting, and I also couldn't see. It's not going anywhere. You know, you see those videos where some people cut their cap before they even lay a track. I've done quick weaves like that, and I've had no problems, so I knew the cap wasn't gonna like shift the tracks or move. Wasn't worried about that at all. I cut it I couldn't see where to stop my tracks at when I got to the top, and I was messing up is what really happened here. Like, I could really call this video how not to do a quick weave, or how not to do a flip over, and like it will be foolproof. What happened was I went too far up curving my tracks, and I didn't leave myself enough room along my edge line to like lay my stacked tracks. If you've ever seen Ivy's flip over quick weave method, like the original, all hail Ivy, the OG who did this, she cuts a bunch of little tracks and like stacks them along her edge line, and that's what gives you that like seamless, like blended flip over look. The only difference between my video and that is that I'm not going to do that because I messed up. Like, quite simply, that was the plan, but I messed up, and so I had to, you know, invent something new. I had to like get creative because that wasn't about to happen here because I had already messed it up. So I'm about 2 bundles in at this point. I'm just showing you guys how full it looks. The hair is still slightly wet. I'm still going in that like semi U shape, and again, messing up in real time, watching myself mess up. And at some point on camera, you're going to see my face change. I'm going to realize that I did not leave myself enough room to go in a different direction with my tracks. My quick weave still came out bomb. It still came out really cute. I still kept it in for like, I think almost 2 months. I'm not even gonna lie, because I was pregnant. Like I said, I wasn't really trying to fight with my hair, and it was super cute. Like, I'll insert some photos if y'all want to see how cute it was. But I did mess up, and I just wanted to come on here and note that so that you guys don't do that. What I should have done was continued in the U shape, but I should have left myself room near my edges so that I could stack some tracks in the very front. If that doesn't make sense, I would have to provide a visual later on in the video, but that's what I should have done. I did not do that. So you could also take this video as a resource of how to do it a different way if you don't prefer to do it that way. But just so you know, I did indeed mess up. And so right in this next clip that's coming up, I'll jump back on to show you guys what I did to fix it to actually make this a quick weave flip over, or a flip over quick weave. Okay, so here I'm just filling in the circle, well, the U. I was making a U, taking my tracks edge to edge, coming up again, went up way too far, so I had to deviate and just start filling in the U. I am on my last bundle, so I'm making it stretch, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna keep cutting tracks until I get to like midway near the top, and then you'll see me start to lay them in a different pattern. I did go ahead and fill it all in, and right now I'm just filling to see how much room I have left, trying to decide how I'm going to close this up, because like I told y'all, this is when I realized I messed up. Like, oh, what am I finna do, you know? So I decided to go ahead and fill that in all the way up to the top, and then I'll stack my tracks in that middle piece. You're gonna see it in real time. I don't know if I'm gonna talk through it just yet. Probably not, because it's like self-explanatory, but I'm just gonna fill it in until you can't see the cap anymore. And then when I get to the top, you're gonna see me stack my tracks, like stagger them almost like sideways, but just keep watching. Alright, so we're all filled in. I have this little itty bitty piece left where I stopped at. I showed y'all I had like 3 or 4 tracks in my hand that I had cut into very, very small pieces. And so this is what I meant when I said I'm just going to stagger my tracks. I don't want this to sound confusing. I wouldn't necessarily consider this video a tutorial, but if for some reason you do a flip over quick weave and you get to this point and you kind of get stuck like I got stuck, I just want you to know that you can fix it. You know, you don't have to take it out, start all over from scratch. Not necessary at all. I went ahead and I placed those tracks kind of like 2 on each side, I want to say. You don't have to do that exact amount, but I placed them to the point where when I flipped it over, it would still blend. So because the tracks are so small, they're cut, and I'm filling in this little circle, it gives them more versatility. The smaller your tracks are, the easier they are to hide. Therefore, when it's all sewn up, it almost acts as if it's a closure. Can you see that? You see how it's like seamless? You really can't see it unless you get real, real close, and I'm still not done. I'm about to put one more in there because it ain't closed up enough for me. So I'm just going in, closing that up, and then when I unbraid my hair and flip it back, you're going to be able to see that you cannot see those tracks at all, like quite literally. To blend my hair, I'm going to use my crimp iron. I don't know, like I watch a lot of these videos, and I see people using wands, I see people using curlers, like rollers, things like that, and they don't blend well to me, in my opinion. The best thing you can do to blend your flip over, like quite literally, is use a crimp iron. The smaller the crimp iron, the better. I didn't have a small one. I only have my standard big one, but I'm still going to use it, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. It just creates that perfect wave, like depending on the texture of your hair, like the bundle hair that you bought. but I have that little piece left, so I actually didn't use all of my 3 of my bundles, and I wanted y'all to see that. It's still pretty full. It still looks good, and I'm about to just go ahead and take these braids down and blend out the rest, but not before I get ready to cut the rest of that cap off, because if you remember in the beginning, I only cut the top just so I could see what I was doing. So yeah, y'all, that's basically it. I don't have any more tips or tricks to add. As far as blending goes, I would say the more baby hair, the better in this type of hairstyle, just because the hair is curly, so it's gonna be pretty. You can definitely tell where I stopped right there at the top, but you're not gonna be able to see it once I flip my hair back because I have so much leave out. Like, not too much, but I have enough to cover that little piece of track. So laying those tracks like along the edges like I did, slightly curved, is definitely key because you can't see any tracks. Like when I flip that up, you can't see it. Like you can't tell me this is not my hair. And honestly, when I do my hair, that's all I'm going for. I just want it to be pretty and I want it to look like it's coming out my scalp. That's it. That's all. That's all I asked for. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and just keep on watching so you can see the finished result. Okay, so I did hot comb my roots first. I forgot to mention that. I always hot comb my roots first before I put any other heat on my hair because I just feel like no hot tool gets to your roots like a hot comb can. And then I went ahead and I layered it. I cut some like, not bangs into it, but I did give the hair a little bit of shape, right? Like I just cut it so that it would fall to my like face, how I like it. Then this is my crimp iron. I go in with my crimp iron. I grab my hair and just a piece of the weave, a very thin piece of the weave, because you want these to blend together. Now, I don't like my hair super hard and crunchy, but I did hit it with just a little bit of Got To Be Glued spray. And you see how like when you crimp your hair, it just gives it that like wave to it. Like you're not looking at actually curly, but it gives it the same texture as the weave. And I just think that's such a seamless blend. It's so pretty to me. I did lay my baby hair, do my edges. I think I did that off camera just because I can't focus when I'm on camera doing it. And honestly, it takes me too long. Like I spend a full 5 minutes every morning doing my baby hair. But I just feel like it makes the style. I took one more piece of the weave next to my leave out and I crimped it so that the pattern would match really well. And as you can see, it does. Like it looks so pretty. It's so perfect. It's seamless. Like you can't tell me this is not my hair. And that's exactly how I went ahead and covered up that middle piece. I just flipped it over to the side that I wanted it to flip over to. And of course, with it being a flip over, you can do right, left, back, whatever. And I wore this in a bun, a ponytail, down, half up, half down. And I got so much utilization out of this hairstyle. It's one of my favorite hairstyles. And with it being summer again, I can't wait to put another one in my head, honestly. But yeah, y'all, that's it for this video. It came out so pretty, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below. Give me tips and tricks. Give me comments. And if you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe, like, and share for more. I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight.